kiss me through the phone, I'ma kiss you too. Now I'ma hit you in a minute, gotta get this loot. Girl, we got a certain spell, so I know it ain't nothing better. You can trust me, cause I'm telling you, I don't want nothing else. You get lonely, you can just use the pictures up on the dresser. I ain't never think a woman could have me within the feeling. Girls will walk up on me flirting, I be telling them now I'm telling her.
Welcome back to the sweetpeadiaries. We are back with another video. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So tonight we're covering Asian Doll, Asian Brat, whatever she goes by. I think it's Asian Brat on Instagram, but then she's known as Asian Doll in person. Child, I don't know. But we're covering this whole clout chasing she's being accused of doing over Kingvon's death, and we're covering that tonight. So she was run off of Instagram. I do know that because earlier in the week it was plastered all over the place. Videos of her and Von, pictures of her and Von, and we all know that they had a relationship, but people grieve differently, you know. And at first I was like, well, you know, she's just going through it. But then as time went on, it was just too much. Even I felt like, okay, this is too much. She's doing too much. Some of this should be being done in private. She was on video with, you know, the little son of his, and, you know, it just was too much. She's crying all on her live. So people started calling her out, and they're like, girl, you're doing too much. You need to just go sit down, go grieve privately. So apparently I don't know, she tried to make it seem as though she had talked to Von. Some people thought that it might have been that she was insinuating that she spoke to him through text, that his last words were, you know, why did they leave him? But then come to find out it was through some tarot cards, okay? And so she got called out on that, and she went on and made another live, you know, accusing everybody of that she was just saying, you know, she talked to him in spirit. It was spirituality, da-da-da-da-da. So she accused his team basically of leaving Von. And from what we see on the video, and that's another thing, if I was Von's mother, to have to see this played out time and time again on everybody's social media feed, to have to see every blog putting that footage up, it just has to be heart-wrenching. Because as a mother, I wouldn't want to see my kid on, you know, everybody's feed, like, just because we want to be able to talk about it. We can talk about it without having to show him getting shot and people running away. Now, I'm not going to say that these boys ran away and left him, because how many people are going to not be paralyzed when they hear gunshots? I mean, yes, it does appear to look like he comes running out the club, he's fighting, he's tussling, and then somebody comes from around the side and shoot him, and then his friends, they try to run back inside the club, or they're stuck, or they're standing there. But the management has since come out and said that they were all in their cars. They didn't even know that Von was going to jump out there and run out there and do any of that. You know, that they did have their guns, that they were all in the car. So they weren't even aware that Von was actually fighting. They didn't even know what was going on. And then for the police to be returning fire, everybody was kind of just stuck in the moment. And how many people can say that they would have, you hear guns and I'm going to run towards them? No, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be paralyzed. You're probably going to run away. That's what most people would do. They're not going to run towards gunfire. So Asian took to her Instagram, and she's like, damn, why y'all leave my baby like that? And the management came back, and this is what he said. He put on his timeline, let one more person from the outside that's close to Von keep on with all this goofy-ish. I promise I'm going to expose all that goofy-ish, because I was there and got shot behind this. Y'all stop blaming people. Y'all don't even know what happened or who was involved. Y'all see one camera angle and think y'all figure it out. That goes for ex-girlfriend, family, or whoever. So the Neighborhood Talk posted this story on their page, and Asian is commenting underneath because everybody's like, they're talking about Asian, and she's like, no, they're not talking about me. No, the management is not talking about me because I went and I talked to them. Everybody's like, girl, yes, they are talking about you, so much that Asian has since deleted her Instagram. Now, I'm going to say this. One of my subscribers emailed me asking me how I felt about this, and this is how I feel. Asian, you should have not grieved publicly like you did. You were all on your timeline. You were live every 5 minutes crying, wanting to relay to the world that you and Vaughn were together, that you and Vaughn had something special. I got all these photos. I got all the, Now, you could have been grieving. You could have been paying tribute, whatever it was that you were doing. But when someone has lost a person, it's not normal to grieve in the open like that. But again, because of this Chicago drill scene, this is the same girl that just said about 3 weeks ago that if a dude ain't got 3 bodies, he can't talk to her. So this girl she's acting like she's built for this because this is the life that they lead. This is the life that they rap about. This drill, Chicago, this the dead, all of that. This is the culture that they rap and they live. So when stuff like this happens, unfortunately, they just brought this on themselves in these rap songs. They're calling on these angels, these death angels, whatever you want to call it, they're calling it on to themselves because they're speaking it into existence. They constantly rap about it, and they constantly diss each other, sets that when people die and when people get killed, they make songs about it. So she was just making a song with NBA Youngboy, and Vaughn was just making a song with NBA Youngboy's girlfriend, and they were dissing each other. So now that Vaughn is dead and now he's been killed, this girl, she's mourning. And I'm not saying that she doesn't have the right to mourn, but it's just like you was just out here dissing Vaughn. So now you want everybody to know that y'all was together, you love him, and if this had happened to you, he would be there for your family, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. All I have to say is these young people, they need to take life more seriously. While it is very tragic that he passed, it's sad that this has happened, they have to realize that words have power. You can't constantly make songs about gunning people down and actually gunning people down and then don't think that this is not going to come for you. And then when it does, everybody wants to remember how good of a person you were and want to speak about all the good things you did, but they don't want to remember all of the bad things that you could have done to bring this on yourself. So please don't get in my comments and want to say that what I said is insensitive, because it's not. It's common sense, and everybody knows that words have power. And Asian doll, Asian brat, whatever it is that you calling yourself these days, you needed to be run up off of Instagram because somebody the fans they ran you up off, because if nobody had done that, you would still be out here killing us with all these visuals, all of this mess that we don't want to see. Let that family grieve. Let the baby mamas is talking about they slept in the closet. They running and making posts. Let these people grieve. Y'all need to grieve in private. What happened to decency? What happened to private? Things being private. Y'all need to grieve in private. We all know that y'all know Vaughn. Y'all got kids by the boy. So y'all don't have to be in competition on who can write the best post and who knew him the most. We all know that you guys have relationships with him. And that's all it is about. Yes, it is clout chasing, and I'm saying it. Asia was clout chasing, and she got ran up off of Instagram as she should have. Because this is a time where the family needs to be grieving. The baby mamas is grieving. The kids are going to grow up without a father. And nobody needs to care about whether Asian doll was tonguing him down outside of a Walmart. Nobody wants to see that. So, girl, I'm glad that they ran you off of Instagram, because you need to go sit down somewhere and just grieve privately. Those are my thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. Good night.